Children, safety, and trust. The Ukrainian delegation visited Warsaw to learn from the Polish experience of the Barnahus Model implementation. A 3-day study tour of a Ukrainian group of officials to Warsaw organized within the framework of the project Protecting Child Victims of Violence in Ukraine through the Barnahus Model ended last week. The tour was conducted with support from the World Childhood Foundation, a child rights organization founded by Her Majesty Queen Sylvia of Sweden. The study tour aimed to learn from the Polish experience of implementing the Barnahus Model, the innovative approach to ensuring a safe and child-friendly environment where multidisciplinary interagency teams work together to address cases of violence against children and share best practices and tools. The Ukrainian group of officials included representatives of the key governmental agencies involved in ensuring child-friendly justice: the Ministry of Justice of Ukraine, the Prosecutor General's Office, the State Service of Ukraine for Children's Affairs, the National Social Service of Ukraine, regional prosecutors' offices, social services, and specialists of Barnahus operating across Ukraine. Helena Skopolska, the country director of HealthRight International in Ukraine and the executive director of the Ukrainian Foundation for Public Health, also participated in the study tour. On the first day of the tour, the Ukrainian officials met the team of the UNICEF Poland country office and representatives of the Polish Ministry of Justice. They discussed the prospects of implementing the Barnahus model in Poland and Ukraine, as well as opportunities for partnership and sharing effective practices. There are already 10 Barnahuses operating in Poland, all run by non-governmental organizations. Polish colleagues shared their challenges and successes in advocating for receiving government funds for such centers. The Polish Ministry of Justice, together with partners, is currently actively working on the full integration of the Barnahus model into the national child protection system. On the second day of the tour, the group visited the Warsaw Child Advocacy Center, created after the Barnahus model. Study tour participants could see how the space is organized, understand its atmosphere, and learn how the environment sometimes heals better than words. We talked about complicated and sensitive issues. How do we understand the depth of trauma of children who are not yet able to talk about their experiences? Why is it vital for a child not only to be heard, but also to be in a safe space? How do we adapt therapeutic approaches to the age, condition, and background of each child? How can professionals avoid vicarious traumatization when working with tragic stories every day? The healing process can be symbolically compared to the Japanese kintsugi art, when broken pottery pieces are not hidden but repaired with gold, rendering a new piece that is more exquisite. The Barnahus model utilizes a similar approach. Healing begins with acceptance, not keeping silence. Lastly, the Ukrainian officials visited the Warsaw Multicultural Center, coordinated by the Polish Migration Forum Foundation. They learned about approaches to supporting children and families affected by war, migration, or violence. They focus on working with children who are silent but speak up through behavior, drawings, and emotions. The center employs psychologists, intercultural assistants, lawyers, and social workers, and together, they build a system of trust. The study tour not only facilitated an exchange of experiences, but was also a step towards building a shared understanding of what a child protection system that truly works in the child's interests should look like. What we saw and heard in Poland is inspiring, provides practical guidelines, and confirms that Ukraine is moving in the right direction. In the context of war and profound social changes, the Barnahus model becomes a point of support that will provide children not only with protection, but also with dignified, sensitive assistance and a chance to rebuild their lives after trauma and become stronger.